Happy Friday, y'all. Welcome to the weekend. You did it. And today I just want to send out my gratitude to all y'all that have supported the movement, gotten your copy of Wellness Unfucked. And it really truly means the world to me to get all of these messages and comments from people across the globe that have been checking out my book. And this is really connected to my purpose and helping others that have struggled or are struggling with issues related to love, identity, and living your purpose. Welcome to today's live. I'm going to go deep. Since it's the holiday season coming up, Thanksgiving here in the USA. How's it going? I'm going to go deep into how to attract love and avoid narcissism, and when to set what I like to call love boundaries, and how to become the one, right, in order to attract the one, which I go deeper into in my book, Wellness Unfucked. And I wanted to mention, too, that in this book, I have a whole chapter on relationships, and it's something that I haven't seen in other books as someone who's queer identified, who has dated all genders. And as you can see right now, I'm in a coffee shop, and I'm going to be probably interacting with people right here in the neighborhood in San Diego. And I just want to say that when you are living authentically, you attract authentic relationships, right? So you don't know where you're going to meet Mr., Mrs., or the right person, okay? It can be when you're at a coffee shop. It could be when you are at the beach, when you are on a trip, when you're scrolling online. I will say that 90% of new relationships now do begin online. So it's important that when you post online that you're true to who you are. And I know that goes back to what I've been doing, especially recently, is really focusing on sharing more of who I am as someone who is quirky, someone who is queer identified, who's Native American, and who is a dancer, right? So you'll see me always putting myself out there authentically, right? And that will attract authentic love. So to all y'all out there, I'd love to know in the comments, what makes you uniquely different, okay? So the first step into calling in love is to truly love yourself and to become the one. So this means pouring into you, whether it is going out to simply a coffee shop, taking yourself out on a date, boo, or it is number two, right? Going on a self-love trip, going on a retreat, joining us in Thailand. Congrats to the 5 people that signed up, joining us and working on your body, right? Literally showing up to yoga classes in person or online through Fittergy Unlimited. And also really pouring into your mind too. And I think the body is in the mind, and that's something sometimes we ignore, especially in this era of social media, that you could look pretty on the outside but not feel it on the inside, right? And we're seeing that over and over and over again. So maybe for you that means getting coaching, getting therapy, so on and so forth. Now, this goes back to my book, because when I was in a dark place, I did not start with going to coaching. I started with therapy. I started with reading books. So that's why I love the paperback version of my book, because you can actually write things down and journal and reflect. And there is a really healing property to you actually putting that pen to paper as opposed to just seeing it on your phone. So I want to invite you, if you don't have anyone to talk to simply journal, pen to paper. That's something called brain dumping. Set a timer for at least 5 minutes and just unload what's going on, okay? Now, first things first, I want to start with the positive and identify when you have found a healthy relationship. So this may be someone that could be your soulmate. This may be someone who could be your friend, okay? And the first thing is that you may notice that they respect you. You have shared values, shared common goals, and you feel good when and after you spend time with that person, okay? That's a sign. Do not ignore your emotions, not push them down. So just reflect on that when you're around different people. And sometimes, I will say, a lot of the times actually, it takes more than one meeting with someone to really understand if you get along, okay? Studies have shown this over and over and over again, that around 40% of people that are currently in a healthy relationship with their partner, 40% of them were not attracted to their partner when they first met. So that whole idea that we're head over heels with someone the very first time that we meet is often bullshit. So it's okay if you are not attracted to them at the beginning, because a lot of times we're nervous. We're not sharing all of who we are at that first one-on-one date, especially if you met each other online, baby, okay? And so just know the relationship grows. It's kind of like a flower that's blossoming, right? And sometimes flowers take years to blossom, and they're the most beautiful flower ever. Sometimes it's instantaneous, right? So if you do feel good when you're with that person, let's get on the ride and let's go, okay? So notice that. Just journal and reflect how you feel. Number two, I wanted to share some clues, and I go deeper into this. I actually give you the 10 identifiers for a narcissistic relationship, and a few of them I'm going to talk about today. And these are relationships that you are going to want to often completely avoid, okay? And the narcissistic relationships occur when this person is simply using you and there's not an energy exchange, okay? And once again, you will not feel good when you're with this person and or after you're with this person. Secondly, you may notice that people that are self-centered in that respect do not respect your property, right? They also do not respect you as an individual. And I just want you to know that if someone loves you but they don't respect you, you will never be happy when you're around them, right? So it's important to, of course, not just block and delete them unless, of course, you really know that that's what you need to do. If that feeling is happening, blocking is a blessing, okay, baby? Now, if you do desire to mend that relationship, which is typical when you're in a relationship, we're going to have disagreements, especially when you get to really deeply know a person. It's important to use I statements when you explain to that person, like, I don't feel respected, boo, when you say blank. I don't feel good when you do blank. And if the person comes back and they're confused, maybe that's just that they're confused, right? And they want to be a better partner or a better friend, okay? So communication is incredibly important. Now, if they come back to you and they say, well, that's just how I am, I'm not going to change, that's when you know it's time for you to distance. It's time for you, baby, to focus on you and embrace your fabulous solo life. Maybe once again, that does mean pouring into you, going into coaching, doing you, boo. And now, if you see these other signs in the person, which I go deeper into in my book, Wellness Unfucked, it's important for you to distance. And others, just to give some hacks, some other signs are that narcissistic individuals tend to blame others for all the things happening. They speak in generalities. We all know blank. Everyone knows this. And also, they may not take responsibility for what's going on and may not finish projects. So there's like some more hacks that you can see. So I'm always mindful of this when I'm meeting people, since we all have different lenses. I identify as a highly sensitive individual, otherwise known as an empath, which means we're only about 20% of the population, okay? So 60% of people might be a little bit empathetic, and the last 20% are more self-centered. Narcissism personality disorder is very, very rarely actually diagnosed. It's less than 1% of the population, but there are many people that don't have the diagnosis that do exhibit those qualities, and it's important to have those boundaries. With all that in mind, when you are building a relationship with someone, since I know a lot of y'all are dating someone, I know some of my clients are dating some fabulous people, and I'm very happy for you, and I want those relationships only to grow if they feel good, if that person's bringing you higher. There's something called the relationship triangle, okay? You need to work on the love, the affinity. Number 2, have great communication. Talk about those things that bring you higher and the things that you're mending, that you're solving together as a team. And know that when one person wins in a relationship and the other loses, you both lose, right? Because we're talking about saving the relationship. So make sure you're communicating with that person. Last but not least, it's important to have a shared reality with that person. So that means going on trips with them, talking to them about how they look, talking to them about their job, all of these things, like, and also complimenting them, like sharing that reality. Just like what I'm doing right now. I'm in this coffee shop in Hillcrest, San Diego, and I'm with others, right? I'm just going to show you all the camera. Like, I'm literally on the sidewalk. This is literally where I wrote some of my book, Wellness Unfucked. So I would love to know. Yes. Oh, I love the questions. Thank you. It is available in Europe from my site. Just click on the link. You can buy my book in 13 countries directly from my site, paperback version. And you can find that at lukelintott.com and below in the comments. Number 2, I am signing the book. I'm signing my book and literally sending it to you from here in San Diego, anywhere in the world. So you can purchase that, which I've had 3 people do already. And I'm only signing the book until January 2025. Why? Because Luke is leaving. I am going to Southeast Asia with y'all. I'm going on a Thailand retreat. I'm going to be doing a whole live where I talk more about Thailand, where we are going to go deep into love, attracting love, loving yourself, and also forming authentic connections with each other, with yourself, right? And I know a big part of me and my experience in dating all genders was really, of course, coming out to myself, coming out to those that I love in the world, and really embracing the beautiful person that is me. And since I've really been living my authentic truth, I've been attracting people, relationships, clients at a whole new level. So I want to shout out all y'all that have been doing the work, my clients who've been showing up to all the live yoga and fitness classes, of course, my clients out there who are dating people, who have found true love, and the list goes on. And if you desire to join us, when you purchase my paperback book from my site, lukelintott.com, you get 1 week of Fittergy Unlimited Yoga and Sculpt for free, boo. So you get to join me live and or watch the replays, and you get access to my hypnosis recordings to tap into your most successful body and mind. I have about 90 hypnoses on the course website that you get access to for 7 days. So do join us. I know some of y'all that are watching live and watching the replay are already with us, and my clients have had fantastic results. And I want you to know too, these are classes for all levels. I have clients right now, I literally saw clients earlier this week in their mid 80s, all the way down to their 30s. And all of them have had fabulous, fabulous results, both virtually and in person. Anyways, I want to know in the comments, what is your biggest takeaway? And tag a healthy relationship, someone that you're grateful for. Do share this live with others out there so that we can get Wellness Unfucked to go viral, so that we can attract more people to live their dream, right? As opposed to just talking about it, all right? Dude, buy the book, get your copy. See you in Thailand at the Thailand retreat. Congratulations to everyone who has registered. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have an amazing day. You are worthy. Cheers. We made it to the weekend. Drop in the comments below also, what are you drinking? I got myself a coffee. I stick to coffee on the weekends. Have a great one, y'all. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye. Luke Lintott, lifestyle consultant. I coach executives to get fit and love while making money. And I'm a best-selling author committed to your success. Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.